Hey, welcome back. Today, we're going to tackle one of the most frustrating things in the world, trying to change someone's mind. And believe it or not, we're going to use chemistry to figure it out. It turns out that the tiny forces that hold molecules together can actually teach us a ton about the massive forces that hold our own beliefs in place. Okay, let's just sit with this for a second. We've all been there, right? You're in an argument, you're laying out perfect, airtight logic, you've got facts, you've got data, and it just does nothing. It's like talking to a brick wall. This quote nails the reason why. It's suggesting that the real game isn't about logic at all, because the winner was decided by something else, something deeper, long before you even started talking. So to really get a handle on that deep something, we're going to start with this brilliant metaphor from the psychologist Jonathan Haidt. He says our minds are run by two very different systems, the elephant and the rider. First up, let's meet the elephant. This is the big guy. This is the powerful, intuitive part of your mind. It's your gut feeling. You know, that instant emotional reaction you have to an idea or a person before you even have a chance to think. That's the elephant. It's already leaning in a direction, making a judgment completely on its own. And then you've got the rider, who's perched right on top of this massive elephant. This is our conscious, thinking mind, the part of us that uses logic, that analyzes things, that explains why we believe what we believe. And hey, it looks like it's in charge, right? It's holding the reins. But let's be real, compared to a 6-ton elephant, that rider is pretty small. And this is the most important part, the power dynamic. The elephant is the pull. It's that automatic emotional gut feeling that decides which way to go. The rider is the justification. Its main job isn't actually to steer the elephant, but to be its spokesperson, to come up with all the logical sounding reasons for why the elephant wanted to go that way in the first place. So intuition leads and reasoning follows. Okay, so hang on to that idea, a powerful, intuitive pull and a logical justification that follows. Because now we're going to do something a little wild. We're going to jump over to chemistry and see this exact same dynamic at play. So in the world of chemistry, a lot of things start with this concept called electronegativity. It's basically just a measure of how greedy an atom is for electrons when it's bonded to another atom. Some atoms, like fluorine, are super greedy. Others, like sodium, are really generous. You could almost think of it as an atom's built-in personality, its intuitive preference for how it wants to behave. So what happens when a greedy atom bonds with a not-so-greedy one? Well, the greedy one yanks the shared electrons closer to it. And this creates a permanent, lopsided charge in the molecule. We call it a permanent dipole. It's this built-in, non-negotiable pull. This, right here, this is the molecule's elephant. It's an undeniable structural intuition that's just part of what the molecule is. So we have the elephant and rider in our minds, and we have these fundamental forces in chemistry. Let's put them side by side and see how beautifully this whole analogy clicks together. All right, here's the grand unified theory. Our intuition, the elephant, that big, powerful, unshakable pull, that's just like the molecule's permanent dipole. And our reasoning, the rider, all those logical justifications we come up with, that's like the weaker forces between molecules that explain their behavior. And you know our deepest moral foundations, the things that make us lean one way or another? That's like electronegativity, the fundamental property that kicks the whole thing off. So, why does this matter? What's the point of this whole analogy? Well, because it perfectly explains a really common and kind of dangerous trap that our brains fall into all the time, what you could call the rationalization loop. Here's how it goes down step by step. First, your elephant, your intuition, just instantly leans toward a conclusion. Then, step 2, your rider, your conscious mind, scrambles to find any reason it can to back up the elephant. And here's the most important part, step 3. The rider actively starts to ignore, dismiss, or twist any fact that goes against where the elephant wants to go. And what's the result? Your original belief gets even stronger, not because of good evidence, but because you've created this perfect closed loop. The rider is no longer a truth seeker, it's just a lawyer for the elephant. All right, let's put this whole theory to the test. I'm going to show you a classic chemistry puzzle, and I want you to see if you can spot that powerful, invisible elephant hiding in the data. Okay, check this out. We've got 3 similar molecules here, and if you look at their boiling points, you see this beautiful, logical trend. As the molecule gets bitter, from HCl to HBr to HI, the boiling point goes up. It's clean, it's simple, it makes perfect sense. This is our rider's logical argument. So following that perfect logic,
The smallest molecule on the list, hydrogen fluoride, should have the lowest boiling point of them all, right? You'd probably guess it'd be way down there, maybe minus 100 degrees or so. But its actual boiling point is positive 20 degrees Celsius. Our neat, tidy, logical argument just completely fell apart. So what on earth is going on? Our logic failed because we completely missed the 6-ton elephant in the room. In chemistry, that elephant has a name: hydrogen bonding.
You see, hydrogen bonding is a ridiculously strong force that happens because fluorine is so incredibly greedy for electrons. This is our elephant. The logical trend based on size, that's the writer's cute little argument. It's fair, it makes sense, but it's weak. The powerful, almost instinctual pull of that hydrogen bond completely steamrolls the weaker logical argument and shatters the trend.
So look at that data one more time. Do you see it now? Do you see how a perfectly sound logical argument just crumbles when a powerful, unseen intuition shows up? This is a perfect model for why we fail to persuade people. We're busy making our logical writer-to-writer argument totally blindsided by the other person's powerful, unseen elephant. So the real takeaway isn't to argue better. It's to change your whole strategy. The next time you're trying to change someone's mind, stop asking, why can't they see my logic? Instead, ask, what is their elephant, and how can I speak to that?